Okay, the second subtopic of chapter 4, you will have the standard normal distribution. So in this subtopic, you will learn how can you read the value of the probability from the normal table or from the Z table. Okay, look at the first notation. You have the random variable x follows normal, which is you have the parameter mu and also variance. So this one is for the non-standard normal, which have the x symbol. When you have the standard normal, the symbol will be Z is equivalent to normal distribution, and then the mean is equal to 0 and the variance is equal to 1. So standard normal, the mean must be 0 and the variance or standard deviation must be equivalent to 1. So the formula to convert from non-standard to the standard normal will be Z is equivalent to X minus mu on average over by standard deviation of sigma. So this formula you have learned in chapter 1 if you can remember the standard score. So that is the standard normal formula. Okay, look at example 1. How can you refer to the table of normal and how can you convert from non-standard to the standard normal value? Okay, question give you the random variable x follows normal distribution. So the first number here is referring to the mean value and the second number here is referring to the sigma or the standard deviation value, which is equivalent to 4. 4 squared is variance, so your sigma will be equivalent to 4. So the first question asks you to find probability of x is more than 13. So x here, meaning that understood this is non-standard value. So first step, every time you solve the normal distribution question, always convert to the standard normal first. Why? Because your table only read the standard value, the Z value. So how can you convert? Just substitute into this formula. Z is more than 13 minus your mean just now is 10 and your sigma just now standard deviation is 4. So 13 minus 10 over 4 is 0.75. So your symbol here will be Z. Okay, Z meaning that you have converted into standard normal value. So if you shaded the area, this is your bell-shaped graph. More than 0.75 is this shaded area. More than. So your shaded area is towards your right hand side. Okay, how can you refer to the normal curve table? Okay, refer to the table at the end of your workbook. So you have one page of the Z table. And then if you look at this shape, the shaded area is the right side area. So your table only read this kind of symbol. Z is more or equal to Z value. So this table only read at least symbol. Remember, all the table only read the at least symbol. So your question just now is PZ is more than 0.75. So your Z value here will be equivalent to 0.75. So how can you read the table? The first column is for the first decimal places number. And then the first row here is for the second decimal places number. So you have 0.75 here. So how can you read this one? Just have 0.7 first. So refer to this row 0.7. And then the second decimal places is 5. So refer to 0.05 here. Okay, so the intersection value is your answer for that question, which is 0.2266. This is your answer from the table given. Okay, that's how you're referring to the normal curve table. And then question part B, Px is less than 8. Okay, so first step, always substitute into the standard normal. So x becomes Z. What is the formula? 8 minus mu, which is 10, over sigma, which is 4. So your answer will be Z is less than negative 0.5. If you shade the area, will be at your left side. Remember, table only read the right hand side value, the at least symbol. And then if you can recall the properties says the area is symmetric. Symmetric meaning that the left side area is also equivalent to the right side area. So actually this one is also equal to PZ is more than 0.5. Meaning that the symmetrical value is equal whether you have the left hand side area or you have the right hand side area. So refer to your table. Your Z here will be 0.5. So you have this one 0.5. And then you doesn't have any second decimal places. So just refer to 0.00. The intersection value will be 0.3085. So that is your answer for question part B, which is 0.3085. That's how you refer to the normal table. Okay, let's say you have the in-between number. Probability of X between 10 up until 13. Okay, first step, always convert to the standard normal. Just substitute into the formula. 10 minus 10 over 4, 13 minus 10 over 4. So you have 0 up until 0.75. So 0 is always in the middle. Remember the standard normal, in the middle is always 0. So this is the shaded area that the question want you to have. 0 up until 0.75. And then remember, table only read at least symbol. So if you refer to the table 0.75, so table only read this area. Okay. So 0.75 you have find from part A just now. Z is more than 0.75 is this area which is comes from your table. So how can you have this green area? Just use the symmetric properties, which is the right hand side is equivalent to 0.5. So 0.5 minus this red area, you will have the green area. So 0.5 minus probability of Z is more than 0.75, which is answer from part A just now. So if you minus these two values, this is your answer for the green shaded area. Okay, so you have to know how to manipulate to have the last answer for the given probability. Alright, for part D, let's say you have X is from 8 up until 10. So first step, always convert to the standard normal. So 8 minus 10 over 4, 10 minus 10 over 4. So you will have negative 0.5 up until 0. So if you illustrate into the diagram, this is the shaded area, negative 0.5 up until 0. And then remember, table only read at least symbol. Okay, at least symbol is symbol towards your right hand side. So if you use the symmetrical properties, so this area is also equivalent to the right side area. So these two value is equal if you refer to the graph. Okay, so for part B just now, you have find Z is less than negative 0.5, or symmetric also equivalent to Z is more than 0.5. So you have find this area actually for part B, which is this area is answer from part B is 0.3085. So how can you have the yellow area? 0.5 minus this area. Your answer will be 0.1915. So always use the symmetrical properties to have the answer for the given probability. Okay, the last one, part E. Part E, you have the question of 13 up until 15. So just convert to the standard normal first. Convert to Z. 13 minus 10 over 4, 15 minus 10 over 4. So you will have 0.75 up until 1.25. Okay. So you have this shaded area if you illustrate in the bell-shaped curve. So 0.75 up until 1.25. Remember, table only read at least symbol. Okay, at least symbol. So if you refer to the table of 0.75, so table only read Z is more than 0.75, meaning that everything towards your right side. Okay. So, if you refer to 1.25, also refer to the right side value, which is 1.25. Okay. So, 0.25 to your right side and then 1.25 to your right side. And then you have this shaded area. That's why you have to minus these two value. Okay. So, 0.75 from your table is 0.2266, which is your answer from part A just now. And then 1.25, if you refer to the table, okay, the first decimal places is 1.2. So, refer to this one, 1.2. And then the second decimal places is 0.05. So, the intersection value is 0.1056. So, if you minus these two, you will have the last answer for question part E, which is 0.121.